Hey, First Family, man, these are exciting times at First Baptist Church, and I can't wait for you to hear about what God has done this past year through the ministries of First Baptist Church. We began the year in January, on January 24th, focusing on 24 hours of prayer, where almost 50 of our church members and others gathered together in our sanctuary, taking 30-minute segments, praying for our church, praying for the move of the gospel in our city, in our community, and around the world. And God did great things, and we've seen Him do great things as a result of these prayers.
In January, First students had their biggest event of the year. Over 50 middle school, high school, and college students came together for a weekend of fun, great worship, and awesome biblical teaching. Thank you to all who came out, and we're still continuing to see life change from D-Now Weekend in 2023.
Man, our seniors hit the ground running. Well, literally some of them did hit the ground at our Disco Fever. Man, they've got some moves. We had a great time that night of loving on our senior adults.
The first weekend in March, over 100 ladies gathered together for our Revive conference here at our church. Andrea Lennon spoke at this conference and did an amazing job challenging our ladies from the Word. We saw great worship, great fellowship, and God did some great things through that ministry.
So in early March, as a church, we had the opportunity to serve local. We were able to pick up trash in locations. We were able to hand out water bottles. We were able to share the gospel with people at the sports complex. It's just a great opportunity for our church to get out of the walls of FBC and into the community. And it was a great opportunity for all of us to minister in God's name to the community.
In March, we put together a parent conference. It was an encouraging night for parents as they gathered together for a night of worship.
One of the opportunities I had this year over spring break was to go to Beach Reach with Jerry and Joe and just several others on our college team. And we had the opportunity to drive around and give people rides back home after the night is over and just to share the gospel with them. And we saw several people saved from that ministry. And so it's just a great opportunity. We're going back again this year, so please pray for us at Beach Reach.
At the beginning of the summer, First Baptist Church was grateful to partner with the IMB to take a team of 10 to Madrid, Spain. We partnered with missionaries and their families overseas as they worked to reach the city of Madrid. We got to worship with the church plant. We got to share the gospel in a subway station and on the street in Madrid. We got to meet new people and encourage new believers. Our hearts came back full and on fire for the mission of Jesus.
In June, we took 12 kids to Camp Siloam for our summer camp, and it was an incredible time. Rob Dunning was our speaker and just spoke into our kids. We had one salvation, and she was baptized soon after. It was a fun week for our kids and a fun week for our counselors as well.
First students took double the amount of kids to Super Summer than we did last year. God did some incredible things on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University at Super Summer, Arkansas. We saw true life change. We got to baptize 2 students the day after we got back, and we're still seeing the great things that God is doing through Super Summer.
In July, we served our community through Vacation Bible School, and what a week it was, with so many volunteers here to help us, from the youth to our adults. Just an incredible show of our church's volunteer and service ministries, and just what a time we got to love on our kids in our community and in our church. We had a salvation that led to a baptism, and we're still talking and following up with students and parents from that week. Just an incredible week it was, and we can't wait for next year's VBS.
In July, our student ministry got to partner with Story Church with Aaron Johnson in Bentonville, Arkansas. We got to go serve the communities of Northwest Arkansas and Knoll, Missouri, having block parties and serving with a nonprofit food organization called For the Love. And through our 4 days up in Northwest Arkansas, our students got to share the gospel over 30 times. What a joy it was to serve the people of Northwest Arkansas in Story Church.
We Got Your Back was a great event. Man, we gave away almost 300 backpacks. We had a lot of involvement from the community, the church, and man, for the first time we had probably about 10 or 12 there to cut hair and do hair braiding. What a great night it was to serve our community.
Another mission opportunity we had this year was to go to El Salvador and drill a water well. We had the opportunity to be in 4 different communities and share with 4 different groups of people. We were able just to share in the communities and have fellowship with them over meals and share the gospel in great ways. Ron, myself, Michael Fair, Sophia Fair, and Caleb Bryan went to El Salvador this year, and we just had a great opportunity to share the love of Christ.
In August, over 200 men from the Sea Arc region gathered together for the Men's Summit. We enjoyed a great meal, a great time, talking about how we can be spiritual leaders in our homes, in our church, in our communities. God did tremendous things through this ministry for our men in this area.
So at the beginning of the school year, we had an opportunity on Big Sunday to just push all in on life groups. We started 3 new life groups, one for median adults and one for young adults, and then one for young adult men. And since that time, our life groups have been up 15%, which is an amazing number for me. Big Sunday was a great opportunity for us just to focus in on our life groups and that small group worship time, fellowship time, and Bible study time.
In late September, First students partnered with student ministries from all over the city for See You at the Pole at Monticello High School. We had over 100 students gather together early one Wednesday morning to pray for their fellow students, for their teachers, their administrators, and that the gospel would be made known in Monticello schools.
Thank you to our women's ministry leaders who put together an amazing ladies' brunch in September with over 100 ladies in attendance.
Love, equip, go, and send is the motto of our church. And man, we have experienced that through One Day this year. Man, we had so many church volunteers that came out and led different projects. And man, we just give praise to the Lord. During One Day, we were able to use our building in many, many ways with the medical dental clinic. Also, we were able to have a block party on site, and then as well as a no-sale yard sale where the gospel was shared many, many times. I want to thank you again for all the ministry sites that we were able to do, and it was because of your leadership we were able to love our community.
Just a couple weeks ago, we held our annual Fall Festival at McCloy Park. Hundreds of families came for trunk-or-treating, free food, giveaways, bounce houses, and we just had a blast. And thank you to all of you who came and served, whether it was from nachos or just walking around meeting and talking with people. We had 25 gospel conversations with our youth, and it was just an awesome night where God moved in an incredible way.
Through the first 10 months of this year, we've had almost 30 additions to our church, 17 of those by baptism. We anticipate God adding to our number even more in the days ahead. Thank you, First Baptist Church, for giving generously of your time, your treasures, and your talents to reach our community, our nation, and this world with the gospel. We look forward to the days ahead.